Working on the Jim Cushman Plymouth. Um, don't know how many of you guys have built this kit, but there are some issues with this kit. Um, like for instance, my tires here. I had to the front rim would just drop all the way through that tire. I ended up having to glue. I glued the two halves together, the backing plate here, and then the wheel itself. But I also had to glue it inside the tire because it would just kept flopping around. There was so much slop in three of them. One of them fit decently, but the other three they were so sloppy inside the thing that I had to glue them in. What I did here, this is the battery that is completely open on the bottom. It goes in the frame or on the side of the frame back here. Well, when you flip it over, you can see that it's completely open, so I closed that off. Rear suspension went together like a charm. Front suspension, yeah, this was a nightmare trying to get, and I'm shaking like crazy. This was a nightmare trying to get those I'm trying to think what the hell they're called. Torsion bars. There we go. Trying to get the torsion bars lined up so we can get the spindles on this top A-frame or A-arm here, which is kind of crooked. I got to fix that. There's no mounting point. You just glue it to the top of the damn chassis. I mean, this one here has a pin, at least. You can see the pin on the back side of it. It locks into place, but this one don't have jack. So, but yeah, just getting them all lined up and straight and everything. This is, hell, this is like an MPC kit just about. But we're going to get on top of it. Got the body outside. I've already got it cleaned up and primed it yesterday, and I've got it painted today. Engine's over there. The instructions show you to work on the engine first. Yeah, I don't do that. I do these other things. Oh, and another thing here, you can see I've got starting to put the cage together. The holes here, this pin here goes in that hole, and then the pin there goes in this back hole. Well, if you put them in according to the instructions, you set them in there, and then you set the side in here, and you glue them in the connecting points here. These back roll bar here has indentions. There's not pins, but there's just indentions where you glue them together, like weld points. But the pins are further apart than the roll cage, because if you put that front pin in there and then put the back pin in there, these don't touch. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put the roll cage together out here, and I'm going to clip off those pins on the bottom so they don't mount down in these holes. The front ones will, and then the whole thing will just sit down on there. So the rear of the cage will be just forward slightly. But yeah, I was told that this kit didn't have many issues, but you must have got a better kit than I got. Like I say, this is just an LPC kit in a AMT wrapper. So, but we'll get it done. It's not a big deal. It's all part of modeling. But I just wanted to point out those issues, and I've still got a lot of the roll cage and everything. I'm still a long ways from being finished, so I am expecting more issues. So, nature of the beast, I guess. Well, this is going to be the end of update number 1, I guess. Number 2, number 1. Working on the roll cage. That crossbar is a little short. See that hole down there next to that bar? That's where it's supposed to go. It's a little short. Maybe if I reposition it, it'll make it. Got a handful of parts left, and here is what the chassis is looking like at the moment. And got the wheels pretty much done. I didn't do a real good job on the Goodyear. I never, I wish that they would have put, they've done such a good job on the decals. I wish they would have put the decal for the Goodyear on there, because on the back side you can see there's nothing on there. It would have went down really good. But I kind of haphazardly slopped some paint on there. Yeah, they're used Goodyears. We'll just go with that. These instructions, oh my God, I thought Dragon Models instructions were vague. These instructions don't even give you enough letters to spell out the word vague. But got the chrome. You really can't. Still looks a little shiny, but it's I have dull coated it. I didn't want the chrome real bright and shiny, and I got to go and put in another round of wash in the grill there. I guess I should have done that before I flat coated it, but I'll get it done. Ain't a big deal. Like I say, just a handful of parts. Now, once I get this roll cage together, and the reason I'm doing this because I want to put the roll cage together because I'm going to paint differently. The roll cage. To me, if you I don't want to glue everything together and then try to paint in and around the roll cage, because there's a fire extinguisher that goes in there. There's I think an oil cooler that goes in there. There's just different things that go in it, and I want to do different other than just painting it all one color. The roll bar will probably be black, or I may go charcoal gray and then do the padding in black. I don't know yet. But got paint on the body and clear coated. See, it's got a decent little shine there. It's not really showing up in camera. Yeah, there, I guess it is. It's got some orange peel, but hell, is a race car. Got the hood done up as well. Not too bad. Painted it with the big rattle can paint. So what I'm going to do next, I'm through with what I'm doing right now. Probably take a couple of days off model building. I've been kind of under the weather. But the next thing on the agenda is I'm going to do the black trim around the back glass and the front glass on the car, and then I'm going to apply the decals since it's already gloss coated. And then once the decals dry in, then I'll future everything and seal in the decals. Decided, I'll show you real quick. I did kind of rough up the tires a little bit. And you can still see the seam on some of them, but what I'll do is I'll just turn that to where you can't see it. It ain't a big a deal. But this, backstory on what I'm doing with this car is, I'm not going to dirty it up or scratch it up or excuse me, or make it look cruddy. This is going to be like a Hall of Famer type deal. It's rolling into the Dirt Track Hall of Fame Museum or whatever, so go with whatever story you like, so. But on the booklet, what I have seen so far on this booklet, it don't help you a damn bit with building this model. It did show me one thing that I'm going to do, and I've got it right there. In the instructions, they show you how, or tell you to make a little frame and then use string to kind of like make the net. And I'm not going to do that. This is regular window screen. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, this is just regular nylon window screen. I'm going to cut a section of that out and use that for the window netting on the driver's side. But the only thing that this will help with to me is, kind of showing the placement of the decals or what have you. It'll give you a better overall look. See, and I'm not even going to go that dirty with it. Like I said, mine is like it's ready to roll into the Hall of Fame So that's what I'm gonna do with it. Some of you may like it, some of you don't. Yeah, but that's the way it is. All right, this is the end of this update, and I will catch you in the next update.